All right, gamers, welcome back to Lifeline for Linear. I've got word that we are ready for our next run. Our next runner is a phenomenal Puyo Puyo and Super Monkey Ball player. You have seen them on the GDQ main stage as well on GDQ Hotfix numerous times, but most importantly, they are a top 15 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe racer for the very category that they're about to run a part of right here, right now, and that's no small feat, gamers. So join me in giving it up for Peas as he does a 24-track DLC Waves 4 through 6, 150cc no items run of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Let's race, Peas.
All right, Joe, thank you for that wonderful intro. Hello, everyone. I'm PSSB. I play a lot of games, mainly, of course, Puyo Puyo, Monkey Ball. But from time to time, I will play this chaotic racing game that we all love and enjoy. That's thankfully getting a new game this year, hopefully. So with me, I have my amazing commentator, Limy. Hi, Limy. Oh my good lord. Yeah, so again, Mario Kart, I actually also speed on this game. I also play this game competitively whenever I'm not doing anything Puyo or Monkey Ball related. So yes.
4 pieces sanity.
Yeah. But speaking of donations, we do have a bid war that's actually going between a few certain characters. So do we have word as to which character I'll be playing as?
Absolutely. You know I've got you covered, Peas. We're going to refresh it one last time because that incentive is now officially closed. And with a last-second snipe, we are going to be racing as Princess Peach. Let's go.
What? Princess Peach?
A last-second snipe from a $10 donation from Happy by 3. Thank you so much, Happy. And they say $10 for my 9, I think, unnecessary encounters. I think it was 8 or 9, but let's round up to be safe. Thanks again for having Beastie Ball in the event. I had so much fun. Thank you, Happy. And that put Princess Peach in the driving circle. Let's go.
Wow, that's really awesome. So my main is actually Birdo, trans twice, by the way. And Princess Peach and of course Daisy are the other two characters that I usually use. Sometimes Yoshi if I don't feel like playing Birdo, but we'll explain as to why I actually picked those characters to be as part of the bid war. But all you need to know is that they're meta. So this time, instead of using the Biddy Buggy, I'll be using Mr. Scooty, which actually shares the same stats, but I kind of want to get better at Scooty because they have the line driving is a little bit different, and that difference actually matters whenever you're actually racing competitively. So we're gonna go ahead and select those, and let me set my rules. I think I had to reset my game and set it to 24. Turn off the items. If I can turn on
coins
items.
are good. no items or coins is a bad set base.
Yeah, we'll talk about why we actually need coins. Make sure to do these in order, and this will be the latter half of the DLC. So from Fruit Cup all the way to the Blue Shell Cup, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, Peas.
Thank you. Well, the good thing is we don't need luck. We just need good driving.
Okay, it's fine. Right. Good skill, Peas, SMB. My bad.
Good luck. Good luck, display skill, because I'm not going to say, it's there. We know the skill's there. You can do it.
All right. So you may notice that I actually start with 5 coins, and that's because I think this also happened in Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. Could be completely wrong, could be completely spreading misinformation. But coins essentially make you faster, and starting in last on the very first race will always give you 5 coins, which makes coin rounding much easier to do as opposed to essentially having to lose a little bit of time just coin collecting. So
yeah, and the basic gameplay of racing games, accelerate, kind of drift, because this is a kart racer. Sometimes you slow down, but we try to avoid doing that. This is Mario Kart. You've seen it before. You've hopefully played it because this game's really good, and also the DLC is really good. please, like
Yeah.
if you have like the expansion pass, like play it. You get it for free. I'm pretty sure, right? It's great.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, if you have the expansion pass. But if you want to keep it on your Switch to play offline, you will need to spend like $25. And the DLC is literally worth the $25. They actually released it in the span of a couple of years, like 2022 and 2023. Also, that MT strat is very difficult. So, Lamy, would you like to explain what I mean by MT?
Yeah. So, like I said, with the basic movement of this game being, accelerating and drifting, if he drifts up for a while and also holds in enough and does it for long enough, he can build up this thing called a mini turbo, which is the blue sparks when like they actually like come up and not like the little baby ones. When Peas releases the drift, will give Peas a mini turbo shortened to MT, but with the orange sparks, I could not think of the word sparks. With the orange sparks, they could it is a
super mini turbo.
which gives Peas a little bit of a longer mini turbo, and also UMT. That's the last one, right?
Ultra mini turbo. Yeah.
Yeah. Ultra mini turbo for the purple.
Yeah, those are the extra sparks that were added to this game. And the reason why I actually picked Peach, Daisy, Peachette, Birdo, Yoshi, I might be forgetting one more. There are 5 characters who are basically the fastest ones to use in the game because as of Wave 4, they actually made it so that the midway stats have a higher mini turbo stat. And they also buffed certain vehicles like the teddy buggy, but I don't like the teddy. Well, I love teddy bears, but I don't like driving the teddy buggy because you're basically just driving forward for the most part, with some sticking in between. But I play this game a lot with Biddy and Scooty, so I feel like it's much.
This game has had 2 balance patches that mattered in its entire lifetime.
Yup. Yeah, and I drive so much better with those 2 anyway. So
with the balance patch, it literally like changed how Peas plays the game, because Peas used to run with like exclusively baby characters because they had the highest mini turbo, but a lot of the lines mattered more because there was this thing called snaking, which kind of appeared in other Mario Kart games, and it was here kind of. It was different, but it still pretty much existed in the same way where he would try and chain mini turbos as much as he can. But he can do that with midweights now, and they're also just straight up faster. So now there's
exactly
to run with babies. So yeah, he gets to run with midweights and have the best of both worlds.
Now you might be wondering, how am I getting my mini turbos out so quickly? So I'm pointing my stick in a 45-degree angle, or up left or up right, or even down left or down right for some reason. We call that soft drifting, which is essentially, as I said, holding a 45-degree angle. And also, like, it's much faster to do that versus committing a hard left or a hard right, since your drift will come out a little slower.
Yeah, and if you're playing casually and you want to like ease on your drift, it also charges your mini turbo even slower than it like already does. And with how fast you move it in this run, you want to like have it charge as fast as possible. If you're kind of in that medium area between neutral and holding like in, it still charges at that faster rate, which is why it's really, really useful.
Now, unfortunately, this is one of the
game. I don't play this game.
This is one of the only tracks where I will need to lock in, because not only is this one of my least favorite tracks to play, this is actually pretty difficult to do. So
yeah, so this track came from Mario Kart Wii, and in Mario Kart Wii, it had some like really silly, zany strats, I'll say, and they still exist for the most part in this game, but because the engine is different,
that's tragic.
Differently, that's messed up. Yeah, Peas has to line it up differently, and he can't do like wheelies like the Mario Kart Wii players can do, like if they're playing on bikes, which kind of makes it a little bit easier to line up really quickly. But this is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe we're playing, with DLC and all that. Playing as Peach, thanks to your wonderful donations, but it's just a little bit different, which I think at the speed of this game makes it really difficult.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I played this track a handful amount of times online, and you might be wondering, well, why did you make that mistake? Well, I played this track online. That's the first mistake.
Yeah, having items anywhere there makes like the lineup a lot harder, and Peas playing without items just makes it more consistent. But it's just like if he's used to playing with items, then like maybe his brain will imagine that there's like a banana there, and like that was absolutely clean. That was what was supposed to happen the first time. Pretend that happened the first time also. We're 2 for 2 right now. That's so impressive.
All right. So also this track has a bit of a pace lock with the Shy Guys. So I had to take some weird alignment so that I don't hit the Shy Guy. But yeah,
there are certain situations where the cycles in the stage won't line up very well with how the lap times go. So it's just kind of faster to slow down in some instances than it is to just move all the way out of the way and then move all the way back into the way to have like an optimal line. So just slowing down a little bit to, in the end, save a lot of time.
All right, that one is a lot better. Only losing like 2 seconds for falling off the track there, but thankfully we didn't fall off the second pit because you lose a lot more time. So it's nice that Nintendo added in or brought back that shortcut, but there's a harsher punishment if you fail the second half of it. So
yeah.
Peas, do you mind if I just jump in real quick?
Oh, perfect, because I actually need to lock in for this one too.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Gamers, we are so close to $1,600 for the amazing Linear. We're at $1,590.60. I have a couple of things I want to make sure you are aware of. We have an open incentive for Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC. That's going to be coming up right after Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If we're able to raise $200 by about an hour and 20 minutes into Redoc's run, we're going to get to see that very touching and romantic scene between Aloy and Seika. And chat, I believe in you. I know that we can make that happen. That is $200 going into an hour and 20 into that Horizon run. I know we can make that happen. And you know what? I want a little call here for you at home. I love Mario Kart. Peas loves Mario Kart. Everyone here loves Mario Kart, but what is your favorite track? I would love to know what your favorite track is. If you're joining us in Twitch chat, let it be known. Pop it in there into chat, and if you're so inclined, attach a donation to it, send it over with that comment, and we'll be able to read it live on air. Hey, we can do this. $200 for Linear. Let's do it.
Yep, absolutely. So my favorite track of all time is DK's Jungle Parkway from Mario Kart 64. Donut Plains 3 is also up there. It's actually my favorite track in this game. Well, see, this is hidden lore. Basically, like, Mario Kart 64 was my first ever Mario Kart game of all time, and I've always loved Royal Raceway and DK's Jungle Parkway, but I think we made me love Parkway a little bit more than Royal.
I'm a freak. I think, like, if I'm like sweating this game, I love Cheese Land. It's so fun.
It is, especially with the Baby Daisy strats.
Yeah,
that was back in the day.
I playing lightweights on Cheese Land, and they ruined it for me. So thank you.
Oh, no. So, don't body me, game. Don't do it to me. I think we're good. I didn't hear the thing. So that little cloud that was that I hit both times, laps 1 and 2. The CPUs have a chance of hitting it on lap 3 or literally lap 3, and that's the reason why I set them to normal. Hard CPUs, I have not really found success in doing so, but thankfully for no items, you can actually put the CPUs on whatever level you want. But with items, they got to be set to hard for obvious reasons. But
yeah,
we're now.
I like Yoshi's Island, so that last track is really nice. But I just don't like playing against hard CPUs because they always like ruin that like little like intended cut, I guess.
Pretty much. So we're now starting into the latter half of Wave 4. It goes by pretty quickly. I'm actually gonna try coin strike here. So that entry trick is really tricky to get. Oh, that was really good actually. Coin collecting on this track can be pretty tough. This is what we like to call a runner, meaning that if you're starting in first place and then you're going into the next race, you want to pick tracks where you're hold first, and Bangkok Rush is one of the more technical ones because, as you notice, I'm having to do a lot of miniature management to make sure I maintain my speed and whatnot. There's also something really called
like I don't play this game as well as Peas. Obviously, Peas is like the GOAT, my favorite runner. But it is really hard to play this like while like running, especially without practice, just because it is really difficult. Obviously, like this is a speed run, so like there isn't items, there isn't like any CPs that are gonna like kind of ruin our run over this. But it's still just really hard because all the lines are so tight. You have to like basically bump the curbs, and if you bump the curbs, then it's like you lose your mini turbo, you lose time, and it kind of ruins your line. You have to like set that back up. It's really, really difficult. So you're absolutely slaying this right now.
All right, speaking of difficult strats, so what I did right there was something called a super bounce, where if you release your mini turbo as you approach a bounceable object, oh, don't fall off there.
Ooh, okay.
As you approach a bounceable object, you'll basically be launched with more speed, as opposed to bouncing and then tricking. But the way to really get that bounce is to essentially let the bouncing animation play for a little bit, and then input your trick. So
yeah, there's like some strats in this game, and they're all very, very specific. Like if you don't know about it existing, it's very hard to like notice. But you can change the timing of your trick to get different speeds out of bounces or like out of ramps. But like that doesn't. It's very, very particular.
All right, so
also, I just wanted to shout out that we got a raid. Thank you so much for the raid. You can also, pretty sure you can. I think the command is exclamation LFL, right? I'm trying to take the host job. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good, Limey. Hey, Raiders, and welcome to Lifeline for Linear. We are a mutual aid marathon raising money for fellow speedrunner LinearC, who recently became a single mother and has accrued a lot of unexpected debt as a result of those circumstances. We are live from February 19th to February 23 from approximately 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time each day, with incredibly fast and amazing speed runs that are sure to entertain and wow you. For more information, type exclamation point LFL in the chat, and exclamation point donate if you're looking to get a donation in. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, I just want to like hard vouch for Linear real quick. Like, she is going through a lot. She's a single mother, and she's still absolutely slaying at her speed game. She's the closer of this event. Like, definitely, like, exclamation schedule. Like, watch like the marathon. Watch the closer. She's doing great. Absolutely get your donations in. She 100% deserves it.
She is truly phenomenal at Clock Tower 3, so it's going to be a great run.
Yeah, she also did the same run for Back to Black. Also, shout outs Back to Black.
Shout outs Back to Black.
Yeah, both me and Pews were on the committee for that. And, like, Clock Tower 3 was an easy take, and she did wonderfully at that, you know, on the big stage at GDQ. So, definitely watch the closer. I don't know how many more praises like I can sing. There's so many, but there's also a speedrun going on right now, and we're like halfway in at this point now, right? That was like no, this isn't 12, this is 24. Oh, we're a fourth of the way. I know how to do math.
Close enough.
all of the leads right now are taking L's today because none of us could do math. Like the ones of us that could do math are all busy.
Yeah, so Wave 4 has a lot of technical tracks that I'll need to lock in for. This one I would want to lock in on here, but this one's iconic. This was actually the first GameCube track to be released as DLC, at least for this game. I'm a big fan of Double Dash, or literally anything GameCube related. So of course, when I first played this track, I was so hyped because, again, GameCube era, my favorite. I play Monkey Ball for a reason.
I don't know if I'm wrong for this, and you can tell me in the donations if I'm wrong, and I will ignore you willfully. I like playing Double Dash a lot, but I don't think it's like one of the better Mario Kart games. I just think that it was like really hard to get into because it was really slippery, and like doing a lot of the quick snaking felt really satisfying, but also like closer hands. And this is one of my more favorite tracks to play just because it's fun. Like, it was pretty open, it was bumpy, so you had to like manage a lot of your speed. And they really did it good in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. In this engine, it like feels great to like play.
Now, not a lot of people actually like playing this online because it's one of the more, ooh, my drift did not come out. Thanks, Pro Controller. That can happen. You can input a drift and Nintendo will say, no thanks. Anyways.
At you.
So you can see this course definitely takes more inspiration from Mario Kart Wii. As you may notice, the half pipes, and what I actually did not explain at all was something that we call a NISC, or no item shortcut. As the name states, we don't need a mushroom to take a shortcut. We just go through, and actually tried to do the quote unquote harder version because I mean the easier version is like cool, but this is just as fast if you do it better than I just did essentially. But regardless, this is a difficult track that's mostly done.
Yeah, with Nisks usually, it's very dependent on like you having a good line and you having like a drift come out at the right time and being able to like jump through like terrain that you're not supposed to normally be able to go through very quickly. So it ends up being a little bit faster. Like he said, that last one was a little bit sloppy, but on a lot of tracks, like if he takes lines really good, you just won't even notice that like he was going over a patch of grass because he just like kind of jumps at the right time, and it's really like particular, but it's like super cool. Also, I just realized we didn't really talk about coins. I mentioned coins at the very beginning, but we didn't ever touch back on it.
Oh yeah,
he wants to get coins just because like it's super important for like keeping his speed. Every time he gets a coin, I think it's like a very like minimal speed boost, but once he gets to 10, he will have a consistent speed boost of about 10%. Is that right?
I
don't remember the exact percentage. I know that you go faster when you're maxed on coins.
It's like 2.5%.
2.5%. Okay, yeah, 2%. Yeah, it's very minimal, but it does matter for like keeping your times down. It's a lot of the ILs will just be like, how fast can you get these coins, and then doing the rest of the track like faster. Like for example, Peas on that first turn went a little bit on the outside to waste time, but ended up getting 2 coins, and then on this lap took the inside path to get the 1 because he already had like 8 at that point. So it's just a little bit to think about, but it is there and it's always going to be there. And if you get hit by something, then it's like, how fast can I get these coins back to get my speed back?
And also,
it's like a very strange hidden mechanic.
And also, since this is versus mode, the coins will regenerate fast. Well, the coins will regenerate as opposed to in time trials where you get it and it's gone.
Yeah.
So this trick is actually going to be a little bit difficult here. So we're going to do 3 alignment mini turbos here. The last one being an empty trick. Get an SMT glider here. I'm going to take an easier strat for this one. Land like right around here. Get an SMT trick, Kusan slide. Here, we're going to pretend that I got the empty trick there. But yeah, that sequence is actually difficult. So what I mean by
that is really tight.
So what I mean by Kusan slide is essentially once you land after a trick, if you slightly charge a mini turbo, or at least before the sparks come out, and basically hop out of it, you essentially gain, or you not only maintain your boost of speed, but it's like you slightly launch yourself an extra distance as opposed to landing from a trick and then just going forward. And it's actually called a slide jump, but because Kusan, who is considered to be the best Mario Kart 8 Deluxe player of all time, he quote unquote discovered it. I mean, it's been in the game, but he discovered it. We just named it Kusan slide for that reason. And it's so funny to say, and it's so funny to explain. This track actually has a lot of Kusan slides towards the very end too. So we're now just getting into wave 5.
Yeah, and I want to just take a little bit to ask our host if there's any messages or announcements or anything.
Great timing, Limy, because we have just got over $1,600 for Linear. We got a $20 donation from Anonymous that says, "Let's go lesbians, less than 3." Thank you so much, Anonymous, for that donation. And clearly they are referencing to our Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC incentive, where we can get to see Aloy have that kiss, that really romantic cutscene. And that is now 10% of the way done. $20 out of the 200 needed to unlock it. I believe in you, Chad. And if that's not enough, you get a 2-for-1 special rolling right now. For every donation, not only do you want to make sure you attribute it to that lesbian kiss scene in Horizon Forbidden West, but each donation goes towards our milestone of Astrobot. So we have a bonus game that's coming up after Horizon. And if met, Astrobot will be put onto the schedule and we'll get to see B-Dub5 show us the entire any percent run. If you want to see the cutest game of the year, you can donate to help make it happen if we can reach $1,800 by the end of Horizon. We can do it, Chad. I believe in you.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure at this point, if everyone, exclamation donate, they go to the donation page, they put in, however amount of money they want, they go to the bottom, they scroll to the bottom, click incentives, add it there, right? We're going to be really close to meeting that milestone if we get the incentive, right? Like, I don't know how to do math.
Right.
That seems pretty close.
Mayhaps, perchance.
Maybe.
All right, so we're gonna pretend that I did not have a controller disagreement and a custom track moment there, and we're gonna instead play my favorite runner of the DLC, Daisy Cruiser.
I didn't realize
Well,
Daisy Cruiser was a runner.
It
makes sense,
So,
but-
yeah, so in lounge, it's really good starting in first, but in 66 format, it can be a little bit difficult because the best strategy to really playing this game in particular is to not be in first place. You want to wait for a blue shell to happen, but because there are certain tracks where it's kind of hard to go for a blue shell, or at least hit first out and just run for free. This kind of has a special case in 66, where you can easily hit out first and then have your teammates try to go for a blue shell so that the other team cannot go for it. But this track is difficult because it's a lot of mini turbo spam, as you can see, and the Gluma placements are actually random for some reason at the start. So
favorite feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these hallways are like really tight, so he's doing a lot of these mini turbos like really close to the walls to just like kind of chain them is really difficult. I just want to like point that out because that's super impressive. And also through like the dining room with all the spinning tables, he's knowing where he's at in the cycle and just making sure he can not hit those tables and like lose time or like lose his mini turbo or whatever. That's also super impressive. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, that's one of that's one of the only non-RNG parts about this. The next track, however, does have some RNG, unfortunately. It's actually my least favorite Wii track, but I love it in this game. All right, so
I'm trying to rack my brain so hard to figure out what's next. I don't remember. But
Well,
don't tell me. We can find out. We can find out together.
Surely, if you don't already have the DLC, or you already don't know, then this will be a bit of a surprise for some of you. But let's say hello to Moonview Highway. Even though Motion City should have been in the game.
Oh, woo! I forgot about Moonview. I love Moonview in a Wii, but in this game it's really fun. Just because this engine is really fast, you don't have to like worry about like hitting the wheelies. You can just do your little snaky poos.
Exactly.
It's a great time.
All right, let's see if we get the time trial cycle. We do not. That's really cool. So I'm gonna have to take this boost panel here. Do I get the other ones? Ooh, okay. Honestly, at least these boost panels are tight. So the time trial cycles are the first set is to the right, and then to the left, and then the boost panels are a little bit wide. So, but yeah, for some reason, in time trials, it's set, but then in versus mode, it's just randomized. I mean, which is nice, but it can be really annoying for speed runs because obviously, the fastest one is basically the time trial pattern, and this is I'm not a big fan of this, but it's fine.
Rough showing from the boost panels.
But the car patterns are guaranteed. So there's going to be a bomb car, to my knowledge, once I get to the second big turn after I do this little cut right here. It's fine. A lot of cars. I'm going to go a little bit tight here. Yeah, that's the bomb car that I was talking about. And then if you're slow, you're going to have to deal with that other car right there that I just passed. And yeah, that's pretty much Moonview. Ooh, if I can counter hop correctly. Oh, we actually didn't really talk about that. So, in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they actually removed the fire hopping tech, demon sliding, fire slide, whatever have you. And essentially, you counter hop
for that, by the way.
You counter hop by hopping in one direction and then starting your drift in the other. It not only allows you to get your drifts out faster, which is of course delay drifting, but it also puts your line in a really how do I say, in good order.
It gives you more advantageous lines, yeah. Like for example, like he's in this corner will like do a drift, and if he just was to hold right after the drift, it would put him on that like ramp at a worse position. So he does two hops to kind of align himself better on the ramp. It's a very small thing, but once you like learn how to do it, or like once you like see it in action, it's like everywhere in this game. So if Peace isn't gonna be just like doing another mini turbo right after a mini turbo, he's usually counter hopping.
Exactly. Now, Squeaky Clean, first and foremost, self-care. If you've been sitting for literally many hours, please stand up and, you know, go get some water. Go to the bathroom.
Wash your face, brush your teeth, all that good stuff. But if you're still here, you know, consider clicking that donate button. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. All right, now we're gonna go for a pretty cool Nisk. That's surprisingly easy to hit. Not really. This one actually took a little bit of practice.
This track is really hard to play really good, but like if you're like with casual people, then like everyone's kind of struggling at it in the same way. But like I'm somewhere in the middle with this track. It's like so hard for me.
Yeah, that low trick there is actually really tight to time. So if you get anything but, you lose a lot of time for not getting that trick there. So this Squeaky Clean is actually extremely technical, and I'm pretty glad that I basically hit everything that I wanted to hit lap 2. So everything's just similar lap 3, other than, you know, the pathway is just opening and whatnot. Oh, that was actually pretty good. Despite me thinking that I was going to lose my drift there, we take those.
That scared me. I'm gonna be so for real. Yeah, and we're approaching the end of this track.
And then into the latter half of wave 5.
Yeah, and Joe, can I please ask for like one announcement at this time? A single one.
Absolutely. Happy to be able to provide that. Everybody, again, we are all here as friends for Linear to try to be able to help Linear in her time of need. And really quickly, I want to talk about some of the statistics according to the U.S. Census Bureau, in that out of about 10 million single-parent families with children under the age of 18, more than 70% were headed by single mothers. A third reported experiencing financial hardships. Single mothers earn income that place them well below married couples in the income ladder, and the median income for families led by a single mother in 2023 was significantly lower than the median for married couples. We are here speedrunning and raising money to help Linear. So if you have the ability to do so, let's join up at 30 minutes on this run. I would love to see a $5 train, or if we want to call it a cart, get in your cart, come and join us for this race at 30 minutes. I'm not going to check your ticket and how much you paid. Minimum donation is $1 on the platform, but get your donation in at 30 minutes so we can help Linear. I believe
I have an idea. What if we do, you know, maybe $3 at 30 minutes, but we call it a donation cart because they're a bit smaller than trains?
That works out perfect.
It's more accessible for everyone.
A donation cart it is, a $3 donation cart. Come and join Peas as we race through everything with that donation cart. 30 minutes in, $3 chat. Get it in.
Also, I just wanted to point this out. This is like the LA track, right?
Yeah, LA Labs, and I despise this course immensely.
I always beef with this track in Fuse's stream, and I'm gonna bring the beef over here. I don't care. This track is such a bad representation of LA. It's like, that's like the Santa Monica Pier over there. We're in Bakersfield right now for some reason. Like, this is not LA. And then there's like buildings, but like there's buildings everywhere in SoCal. Like, this is not LA. Like, LA has cool stuff. Well, some parts of LA has cool stuff. I gotta, like, sure, there's Dodger Stadium, but like, that's Santa Monica, that's Bakersfield. Like, where are we gonna draw the line? This is not like, I don't like this track very much. I'm sorry.
Dude, yeah, that Nisk right there was the only cool part of the track. That's it.
It's also a boring track to like play fast. Oh, okay, yeah, but like I think my reason is more cool and also better. So
yeah,
who really knows, honestly?
Yeah. All right, so now we have a Sunset Wilds, and unfortunately, if with the disappointment from LA Labs, this one is even more disappointing because lap 3 the sun is not going to set. Sadly.
This is also just LA. I'm sorry. Like,
however,
like if you go a bit more east, this is just the desert.
This course is kind of it kind of brings the monkey ball out of me because on lap stream 3, I'm going to be going for a super tight line that I like to call a wire, and that's basically something that a lot of monkey ball levels have. Yeah,
I know about those. Shout out to Exam C.
Shout out to Exam C.
Shout out Master 9. Bridge Master is called Bridge Master. Yeah. Shout out to
Bridge Master. Yeah. Oh yeah.
These are both monkey ball runners. Oh, that was so clean. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less from a monkey ball pro like these. I don't know. There is some going on to this. It's like, yeah, you do that one like shortcut, and then it's like, oh yeah, here's a ramp and then another ramp, and like sometimes you do a mini turbo.
And here comes the sun setting. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, it just stays there.
I remember a lot of people complaining about that whenever the track first came out. At least for 8 Deluxe, but Nintendo never addressed it, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good Nisk there. Hello, Shy Guys. I forgot to mention, this is the past 2 tracks were actually considered backing tracks, where the best strategy is to either dodge the lightning bolt or essentially run up a star, and then of course predict whenever the lightning bolt comes and hits you, or shock as we like to call it.
Well, I mean, on LA laps, I would consider that a backing track because, like, I don't know, like there are so many good tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that is easily in like the bottom like quarter. Like maybe LA laps could put the fries in the bag. How about that?
Precisely.
Sorry, my beef is so strong. I also love this track. This track is so fun.
Yeah, Koopa Cape is unfortunately a Control-C, Control-V from Mario Kart 7, but for the most part, actually I forgot, there's no glider on this one. So I'm actually going to start my drift a little early here so I can take this little Nisk right here, and that's pretty much Koopa Cape. So yeah. Joe, if you have anything cool, anything you would like to talk about, now's the perfect time.
Perfect. I got you covered, Peas. So right now, everybody, we have raised $1,610.60 for Linear. And I think it's important that we just talk a little bit about the kind of person that Linear is and why we're all here. LinearC has been gaming her entire life since she was a kid and received her first gaming console, which was a gift meant for Christmas, but was found a little earlier by Linear herself. In 2015, Linear discovered Games Done Quick, which led her to the Frame Fatales and Lady Arcaders communities. She began volunteering in various roles, from hosting to community moderation, and soon became a lead for Lady Arcaders and a runner. Linear loves helping and uplifting others in her community and helping raise money for charities. So if you want to know more about how to help LinearC directly, you can type !LFL in the chat. And let's do the same thing that Linear would do, and let's help lift and raise them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah,
all right. But yeah, so after this, we have one more track out of Wave 5, and then we're going to go into Wave 6, which essentially means we have roughly 8 more courses after this next course here. So, yeah. Now's the perfect time to continue supporting LinearC. You know, like through and throughout. Sometimes people need to really put themselves in other shoes and really think about where they are and what things that they need to do to really live their best lives, especially being a single mother and literally a single mother with a kid. That's a lot. And I imagine for those you out there, and some of you, even myself, who's actually was raised in a single parent environment, just like please continue supporting your mothers and just everything. just wanted to put that out there as we play Vancouver.
Yeah, 100%.
Moms all the way. I mean, I would honestly, truly, I'd give anything, not to make it sad, but I would truly give anything to have my mom back and don't, you know, don't sleep on moms, because they're there, they love you deeply, and truly they meant my mom meant the world to me. So if you still got yours, make sure you give them a hug and support moms, everybody.
Yeah, and even Linear being just like a force for good in all the communities that she's in, like volunteering for Lady Arcaders, running for the Frame Fatales events, and like, even volunteering for Back to Black on like its pilot event. Like she's doing everything she can, and then, you know, at home she has a kid too. Like she is doing everything that she can. So I 100% appreciate her, just like, you know, being her.
Mm-hmm. And that kid will hopefully grow up to be just as good, if not better than what the mother has raised them to be. So that's where the end goal for all mothers out there. So
also,
please
not to like completely
in.
shift this tonally, there's a Rogers Arena in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Shout out the Vancouver Canucks, I guess. Like, let's go Nucks. Like, holy moly.
All right, let's make sure I don't get owned by the Shy Guy here. I just slow down there. And then we're gonna do a little trick here.
Oh, doing a little brake drifting for fun in 150cc.
Oh yeah, there's actually gonna be some more brake drifting. But basically, I'm tapping the B button or letting go of the A button to slow down a bit, so bad things won't happen to me. So
yeah, it's used a lot in 200cc because you're a lot faster and you have to like take certain corners that are just too tight to take full speed. So, you know, you can tap B a little bit to slow down and not bump a wall and lose like a minute trying to like turn around, and then you gotta like accelerate, and like sometimes there's a bit and you gotta get your coins again. And it's a rough showing, but with brake shifting you don't have to worry about that. And 150cc is not that big of a deal, but like in situations like that where Peace could have either option A, hit the Shy Guy, or option B, not hit the Shy Guy, I think it's obvious what you have to do.
All right, so now we're coming into the final wave of the DLC. And we're starting things off with Romavanti. This is, I would say, one of the more underrated tour courses. Oh, but I didn't even talk about the DLC. So, from what you clearly see, they brought back most of the city courses from Mario Kart Tour. There's actually one track from Mario Kart Tour that has yet to be brought back in this game. Some of the retro courses that have been given their like, let's say Calamari Desert 2, for example, they gave some of that into the game as well. So
like the course sequels from like Super Mario Kart, they did that in Tour. I've never played Tour for Super.
Pretty much, and there's actually two SNES Mario Kart tracks, and there's actually one towards the end of the run as well. So if you like Bowser's Castle, well, get ready for BC3.
Yeah, for those of you who aren't in the know, that's where like courses like Donut Plains 3 comes in, where it's like there was like 5 donut planes in Super Mario Kart, and they like brought over specifically the third one because it's the best one.
Literally.
Yeah, did they also do the same thing in what is it called? I cannot think of it.
Super Circuit?
Yeah, Super Circuit.
Yeah, they did. Because you know, GBA Bowser Castle 3. I think that's the only one with numbered Bowser tracks. I'm pretty sure. I could be completely wrong. I need to beat Super Circuit. I have a deep hatred for that game.
If someone remade all of Super Circuit in like Wii, I would like probably run it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. The Game Boy Advance is one of my favorite consoles. It's just that Super Circuit, it's for certain people, and I'm not those certain people.
It's for certain people, and for these fans of Super Mario Kart. But you know, unfortunately, after Super Mario Kart, we also got Mario Kart 64, which was, in my opinion, way better. So I do like Mario Kart 64. Also, I want to just mention there's MK64 Rando, and I played that once, and it was really good, and then I could not get it to generate in a multi-world ever again. So it's just a fleeting memory, I guess.
So DK Mountain, that shortcut is actually exclusive to this game. You can't do that in Double Dash, and you can't do that in Wii. And they actually brought back the big Nisk, and we were all going to consider this like the worst track in the game if they didn't bring that cut back.
Yeah, if you do that normally, obviously it's gonna be slower because you don't like cut across, but you have to like the corners are so tight you kind of almost just have to slow down. So you take 2 corners with mini turbos ideally, but you have to like slow down for it. So it's just like actually like multiple seconds slower. Like I think it's like actually I don't even know. I don't know how much slower it is.
It's much slower.
Yeah, it's like a few seconds.
And I'll be doing it again, and also lap 3.
And Peas won't be messing it up. And it would be embarrassing if he messed it up.
Literally. Yeah. So this little bridge, of course, that's where Daisy got Mario Karted. If you know that little gif where of just Daisy getting hit by every item in the game and then getting bumped off the track by Luigi. Yep. The infamous bridge. Which actually was not trickable in MKW. They actually made it trickable in this game. So they made some really good changes to this course.
Yeah, I just want to mention
it's one of my
that
favorites for that
Fuse
reason.
is stronger than commentary curses because he didn't mess up the last time. And I'm just trying to put it out there. Like it'd be really embarrassing if he messed up like this disc one more time. Like either one of them, like that last one, like I started talking, he didn't mess it up. I'm talking again. He's not gonna mess this one up because he's just like stronger than all of that. Like it doesn't matter to him. This is my goat.
And there's Luigi in the Death Stare combo. All right.
I was doing my best to embarrass you, and it didn't work. And I knew you wouldn't get embarrassed. maybe it's because I'm pure of heart, but who knows?
Now, if I was playing Lounge, then that'd probably be different because there's so many things to consider. By the way, if you want to get into the Mario Kart community, be sure to go to MarioKartCentral.com. That's where you can find multiple forums, where you can join multiple community servers, and of course the Lounge server.
The Lounge server.
Yep.
I'm gonna be so for real, and I don't know if I am like okay or not. I've been considering getting into MKW Lounge.
Yeah, MKW Lounge is something else.
It still exists. Like for a game like that old, like it still exists. Like obviously this is the most current game. It would exist for this game, but like people still play a lot of different like Mario Kart games.
Exactly.
Like I don't think many of them on speedrunner.com are like inactive even. Like I'm pretty sure there's still Super Mario Kart runners. Like there's 64 runners. There's runners of this game. Maybe runners of 8. I'm not sure. Like maybe Super Circuit, but like most of them are still like active. Like DS is still active, for example, as well.
Yeah, really active actually. But what Lounge is, it's essentially this game's fan-made ELO system. Like if you're familiar with, Valorant raid games.
ELO?
Oh, yeah. Yes, MMR, stuff like that.
Yeah, like Lounge is just, it like matches you with people based on your skill and not like with the amount of like VR you have or whatever. Is that in this game still? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
VR and VR, and every match is basically played in a private lobby. 12 races, which is basically 3 Grand Prix. They usually take around 40 minutes if you're not having to deal with lag or basically people being very intelligent individuals and having, again, good internet.
I've seen too many P streams fall victim to rage queuing for 8 hours because like early on in the stream someone just has terrible internet and also just like tries to banana their teammates for some reason. I still don't understand that. Like that, I don't play this game competitively. It makes me so upset. I'm sorry. Like I'm 100% picking sides. Peace is my goat.
Now, speaking of goats, Piranha Plant Cove is one of my favorites to basically show off, or to run and to show off, of course. This is one of the only, I think this is like the pure water track of the DLC, and compared to Dolphin Shoals, this feels like I'm playing a water track.
Yeah, this is a great track. Like honestly, there's a lot going on, but it definitely like speaks for itself. Joe, were you trying to get in?
I was just gonna try to stir the pot, I guess, which was Peas and Limey. Obviously we've had Mario Kart 8 for a while now, right? It became Mario Kart 8, and then it was the double cheeseburger deluxe super, wherever we're at right now for what we would call Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But recently Mario Kart 9 was announced, and I wanted to get y'all take on how you feel about what we saw in that teaser when they released the info on it.
Wait, hold on. There's a teaser. Hold on. I'm gonna search this up.
Oh,
Mario
yeah.
Kart 9. You're getting my live reaction right now.
So there's a new kart design. It looks like they've got some redesign for characters. There was a new course that was being featured in the video. So there's lots of little Easter eggs that you can find in there. And I just wanted to Peas, it sounds like you've seen it. What was your take on it? Are you excited for it? Are you still
There's a Minecraft track? That's how I feel about it. What?
So
Sonic? Hold on.
now, that's crazy. Now, my
This is so beast.
my personal take on the new Mario Kart 9. For one, I think it's going to be called Mario Kart Wonder, because there's actually some part of the track where there's an item from Super Mario Bros. Wonder that's essentially like towards what's probably a pit stop. So that's one of the things that they might add according to certain speculations. But I'm pretty stoked for it. I really want to see what they want to do with the bad driving. I want to see what they want to do with the future of Mario Kart, considering that we've had Mario Kart 8 for like 11 years, almost 11 years at this point.
Yeah, it's been over 10 at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I agree. I want to see how they can push the envelope, because I feel like Mario Kart, I don't want to say it's been like super stagnant, but they haven't had a new game release, and the only new game they had released was basically here you can play this again, but like on a console that isn't the Wii U. So I want to see what they do, because it's like, it looked interesting. I like some of the things they've added, and like more crossover stuff is always good. Like there hasn't been that many crossover stuff in Mario Kart as of recent, so I'm excited to see more of that. Plus, the crossover stuff isn't directly like in only like Nintendo stuff, so I want to see who else they like get into that. Like maybe Mario Kart with Pac-Man can become a thing again.
oh
Maybe.
yes, please.
Maybe.
Right.
That sounds cool. I was actually going to ask. I was going to say, Peas and Lemmy, do you have like a character that you would love to see be added to the roster that's not here already?
Okay, I have a real answer and I have a fake answer to make people upset.
Go for it.
My real answer is, and I don't think this is like gonna be a thing. Well, actually, no. Hold on, I have more than one real answer now. Okay, Falco. That'd be awesome.
Okay, I
It'd be
dig
so
it.
cool to like have Falco in Mario Kart. I'd main Falco. Also I just remembered. So Super Monkey Ball. Obviously the monkeys in Super Monkey Ball would be cool. Hello Kitty. That'd be awesome. That'd be dope. Hold on,
That
I'm
could be a
just thinking more
possibility.
stuff now, because I just am finding out about this for the first time.
And what about you, Peas?
So considering that I play the game competitively, I do want characters that would essentially be matched up to the meta, because even though Mario Kart Deluxe did a really good job with balancing, now then again, I love Birdo, so I'm really glad that Birdo's the meta. However, I do want to see lightweights become the meta again, and for that reason, I want to see Kirby in the game.
Hold on.
Oh.
Like baby Pokemon, like Sneasel in the game? Okay.
Baby
That-
Pokemon.
That might be cool. Anyways, the answer that I had to like piss people off is I think like Katsuki Bakugo would be great in Mario Kart.
That's
From
crazy.
My Hero Academia.
Well, in that case, how about we put in Goku from Dragon Ball Z into Mario Kart?
Okay, hold
Or-
on. What about
Floodgates
what
have
about like
opened.
Terry?
Are you okay, Buster Wolf?
You know what?
What
I'm
about
getting
just like a real like lobster, like a photorealistic like lobster, just like in the car, just like sitting. Oh, the creep from
crazy.
Another Crab's Treasure. Oh yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
So I'm actually in the background. We've got Staff here. Staff is making their request that they think that Mario Kart needs lesbians. But, you know, even though we don't know whether or not if there will be lesbians within Mario Kart 9, what we do know is that we have the lesbian kiss scene incentive that is currently open for Horizon Forbidden West. And if we're able to raise $200 about an hour and 20 minutes into Redox Run, we'll get to see her go out of her way to show off a romantic kiss between Seika and Aloy, the playable character. And with that power of love, will it be enough to meet the incentive? Only you can decide. I believe in you, chat. That is $200, about an hour and 20 into Redox Run. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of opinions people might have about Mario Kart characters in the chat. And I'm just saying I'm going to ignore them until they get read by Joe. So, you know, mission donate, all that. And also, if you don't put your donation to that lesbian incentive, I think you're homophobic. That's it. Anyways, Rosalina's Ice World. I don't like this track very much, but I know that Peas put a lot of work into this track like around the time it came out because it's like really difficult. And it's super cool. I think Peas might be changing my mind on this. I might boot up my Switch and like try and play this track a bit so I don't like suck at it. It's like kind of fun.
Yeah, this track I despise greatly in Mario Kart 7 because those little icebergs, if you hit them, you spun out. And also, it like ice physics and water physics were not great to deal with in Mario Kart 7, at least in my personal opinion. Except Warrior Shipyard. I love Warrior Shipyard, but my god, the water physics suck.
Yeah. I think Mario Kart 7 is very cool. I wish there was like a versus mode. So like runs could be like any good, but
all right, and that is we have 2 more courses left.
I didn't realize that we're already almost done. Like chat, there's not that much more time before, you know, gay people on the screen. You know, exclamation donate, scroll down incentive button. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so there's Bowser's Castle. This is which one is this one?
This is BC3 from SNES.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so Bowser's Castle 3 from the
Super Mario Kart.
Yeah. This is going to be a relatively flat track just because of like how it works, but you know, they like to make things interesting, so they, you know, zero gravity segment, you know, some ramps and whatever. But it's going to be pretty much that like same type of like design aesthetic as like the other like Super Mario Kart tracks, but there are these like almost wire-esque things like on that segment of the track that Peace was just on, where it's faster to take those because he doesn't have to like go drop down and then deal with 1, more CPUs, and 2, it's a little slower because of like the types of ramps and whatever, but it's just faster to do that since you like descend less until like the end.
All right, this is gonna scare you for a little bit. And there we go.
Yeah, there's also that like, I thought it was on lap 3, to be so for real. There's like that tight little cut to like keep taking the fastest line.
All right, and also this track does operate on a bit of a global cycle. So the way that I draft this course, I just know which cycle is going to happen, and so on and so forth. I just play it from there. And that's basically Bowser's Castle 3. The music is so good too, and everything about this course. A lot of old school Mario Kart players were really overjoyed with how Nintendo paid homage to the SNES with this one.
Did you say homage?
Yes, homage.
Homage?
That was,
question mark?
Oh, homage. Yeah, you know what? You're right. That was a. I've heard homage. I've heard homage. Yeah, I don't know. Not me mispronouncing words. Whoopsies. All right, so now we are into the last track of the whole run and literally of the whole game, Wii Rainbow Road. Everyone's favorite Rainbow Road. Not my favorite Rainbow Road, unfortunately. Well, my favorite Rainbow Road is in this game, but it's a section course, and I don't like section courses. So now, Wii Rainbow Road actually has some pretty important shortcuts that I'm gonna have to be going for here. Well, actually, not really shortcuts, but more or less techniques, and I'm already gonna be on a slow pacing because I did not get those tricks there, but that is okay. So we're gonna ride these half pipes here, hop in this there.
Yeah.
Oh, make sure we don't fall off
that
there.
disc is a little bit specific, but it's not too bad because there's like low gravity on this track. So as long as he does it late enough and with a good enough angle, like he'll always get it.
Okay.
But
honestly,
it's just a little bit to like learn how to do.
Yeah. So that Nisk right there, I actually am supposed to get a shroom boost from that. So it's actually super difficult. I can care less if I don't get a 3 for 3. Weibo is really difficult to drive at literally at any level. So my best advice for anyone who wants to get better at the game is to pick one course and just time trial it. That's really how you learn everything about the game and really what courses you prefer, and then from there you can essentially level up and literally drive just any track that you really pick in the game.
Yeah, getting fundies for a game like Mario Kart is super important, but also Peas runs games usually where having fundies is really important. So like Monkey Ball is like not that hard of a run to learn, but once you have fundamentals, that's the case. If you don't have fundamentals, then getting there is pretty difficult. This is the same with like Mario Kart and like Puyo Puyo. Like all these runs are pretty hard to like learn how to do, but once you have the fundies, it's like pretty accessible.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is also the longest course in the game, but thankfully, time will be coming up whenever I cross the finish line.
Yeah, so there's one more lap.
All right, so let's see. So this track is also on a global cycle, and unfortunately, since I made a bit of driving errors, I'm not going to get the triple tricks that I wanted, at least for lap 3. But it is okay since we have to do the half-pipe strat one more time. So our trick here, trick there. Oh, that was really good.
That was
great.
Yeah.
Bring it home, Peas.
All right, get ready on the time. Actually, before we do that, and time.
All right, flex on
him.
him. GG, Peas.
That was great.
Yeah.
Phenomenal job. Peas.
So there are,
Go for it. No, go for it.
I was gonna say there will be some shout outs in order. So first and foremost, shout outs to Osmore for hitting me up to help support a fellow Black content creator and fellow Black speedrunner, LinearC. And again, please get your donations in. You would be benefiting a single mother and most importantly her kid. So again, thank you so much, Oz, and of course, thank you so much, Limy, for commenting with me like literally last minute. It's almost like we haven't done this before, like at all.
Yeah, I know so much about the games that you play because I had to learn just because we're friends and I like to be on commentary for you.
Mm-hmm. And of course, shout out to you, Joe, for being an amazing host. Let's see, and of course, shout outs to the Mario Kart community for honestly getting me to where I am with this game. Excuse me. And see, I'm trying to think of any other things. Really,
I'm gonna just shout out real quick that absolutely donate to Linear. Like P said, she is a single mother, but also, and I didn't want to have to pull this card because I expected us, I expected more of us in chat to be more outspoken and donating. This is Black History Month right now. Black History Month is almost over, right? But LinearC, she's Black. If you don't donate, that is racist. Just want to put that out there. I'm saying this is a lead to Back to Black. So,
I mean, and also playing a racing game, they're
yeah.
And
she's a member of Fatales. That's like a triple threat. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna
donate.
Yeah, just do that now.
Yeah. And before, I want to make sure, Peas, I want to make sure you have a chance to tell the lovely audience at home where they can find you if they want some more awesome Peas content.
Oh, for sure. I originally wasn't going to say that because this is all for LinearC. But if you really want to, stay in contact as to when I do things and whatnot, feel free to give me a follow on twitch.tv/PeasSMB. Same thing. Same for my Twitter and my Blue Sky. Most of my streams are always going to be, all my streams are going to be all about Black excellence. So, really, like, so the S&B stands for support more blacks. Do it now.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I don't have any shout outs. I did my run already on Tuesday. So if you look at the VOD from that, I was not Thursday. I was opener. So if you check out that VOD, you can see all my shout outs there. You can also see the hilarious 3v1 deathmatch incentive that we did. That thanks to your wonderful donation. So, don't stop at my incentive. Let's get lesbians and hold on, I'm using my brain. I'm using all my brain and Astrobot. Come on.
Yes, Astrobot for $1,800. That milestone amount will be able to unlock Astrobot and add it onto the schedule. Peas, Limy, thank you so very much for hanging out with us and blessing us with this run. Y'all have a great weekend. Everybody, this is a great time for you to grab some water, maybe stretch a little bit, but don't go too far because Lifeline for Linear will be right back. Welcome back, gamers, to Lifeline for Linear live on Twitch. This is a 5-day mutual aid marathon raising money for fellow speedrunner LinearC, because sometimes you just need a little help from your friends. I'm AttyJoe, and we're here to help our friend Linear. Linear recently became a single mother to her 9-year-old son, Ken, and because of this has accrued a lot of unexpected debt. The speedrunning community, one that we all know to be unparalleled in their generosity, heard of what Linear was experiencing, and we wanted to step up. And so here we are. Throughout the entire weekend, you are seeing phenomenal speedruns, just like the one that we just saw from Peas of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And we've got so much more in store over the course of the weekend. And if you are so inclined, we would love it if you are able to donate. You can do so in many ways. We've got 3 ways for you to reach our donation landing page. You can click the chat pinned message over on Twitch chat. Click that link. It'll get you over where you need to be. You can go underneath the stream right now, click that donate button, or you can type !donate in Twitch chat. All of that will get you the link over to the donation landing page. And don't worry, you'll still be here with us while we go through all of the speedrunning goodness. Separate tab will pop up. You can punch out all of your information into there, submit that donation. No donation is too small, whether if you do so under a name or anonymously, leave a message or no comment at all. Every little bit is going towards helping Linear. And while you're there, everybody, make sure that you select one of our open incentives. You'll scroll down a tiny bit, see that incentives tab, click it, and you can get the bang for your buck for your donation. We have an open incentive for Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC. That's coming up like right now. If we're able to raise $200 by about 1 hour and 20 minutes into Redoc's run, we're going to get to see a very touching and romantic scene between Aloy and Seika. Chat, I know that we want to show that love wins. So when you go to donate, select that kiss scene incentive and help us help Linear by meeting that incentive. And it's a 2-for-1 special, y'all. If you go ahead and donate, not only will you help us with that incentive, but if we can reach $1,800 by the end of that Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC run, we will unlock and add Astrobot to the schedule. Now, we need to meet that $1,800 by the end of Horizon Forbidden West, but I believe in you, Chad. We can do it, and help us help Linear. We are just about ready, y'all, so we are going to take a very, very quick break, get everyone live, and we can do this. So we'll be right back. Don't go too far. Don't touch that dial, because Lifeline for Linear will be right back. Welcome back, gamers, to Lifeline for Linear live on Twitch. Everybody, we are having such a great time here this weekend, and thank you so much for joining us. We are all here in order to support Linear. Linear is a single mom to her 9-year-old son, Ken, also known as Ken-kun. He goes to public Japanese immersion school where he is learning Japanese alongside his regular studies. His favorite video game is Sonic the Hedgehog, and he is Sonic in Shadow's biggest fan. Maybe I'd like to think I'm the second just second to Ken. But Ken has that first place for sure. He wants to be a speedrunner when he gets older and loves cheering on his mom in everything that she does. And 100% of your donations go to helping Linear and Ken. So be sure to type !donate in the chat and help us help Linear. And speaking of donations, we received a $5 donation from Mark C that says, what if they called it Lesbians for LinearC? Thank you very much, Mark C, for that donation. All right, I believe we have word that we are ready, but we just have a couple of quick little things that we need to do, quick little housekeeping things for us. So great time for me to just kind of remind everybody another reason as to why we are all here, and that would be some statistics about single mothers. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, about 10 million single-parent families with children under the age of 18, more than 70% were headed by single mothers. A third reported experiencing financial hardship. Single mothers earn income that place them well below married couples in the income ladder. The median income for families led by a single mother in 2023 was significantly lower than the median for married couples. So we're here speedrunning and raising money to help Linear. Everybody,